Hello and a warm welcome. This summer I went to visit the Lake District. It is an area of outstanding beauty, with its rolling fells adorned in the most wonderful palette of greens. The streets are lined with the most beautiful country cottages and the most fantastic array of flowers, vegetables and fruit. My particular favourite being this flower named poached egg, which captivated me with its simple beauty. I spent some time watching the pollinators enjoy the flowers too. One of my hobbies is visiting National Trust properties. I am a bit of a National Trust geek, and this property was number 170 on my list that I visited. I spent some time watching the bees make honey in the hive and had a nice walk around the very inspirational vegetable garden. Grasmere is home to the very famous Sarah Nelson's gingerbread. Established in 1854, you purchase your gingerbread from the most adorable little shop. I love everything old-fashioned, so this was definitely top of my priority list for a visit. Crumbly, sweet, and perfectly spiced, the gingerbread was delicious. I took some time out at the art caravan, a beautiful vintage caravan filled with wonderful art supplies. Here I spent some time using nature-inspired stamps and simply stamping away. I will use these as gift tags and in my journals. On a walk, I spotted this cool box filled with homemade cakes. I am a girl that likes a piece of homemade cake. I was a bit spoilt for choice, if I'm honest, so I did opt for my very, very favourite, which is carrot cake. Now for what I came to the Lake District to visit, Hilltop. Hilltop is home to the most wonderful Beatrix Potter, and on this particular day I was there to celebrate her 159th birthday. Being in her home and looking at the many views that are painted within her books was a magical experience. I was able to walk through Mr. McGregor's garden and see the famous watering can and sieve amongst the rhubarb patch. This for me was one of the most awe-inspiring days, one that I'll never forget. I also took a trip to the Beatrix Potter attraction. This takes you through a walk-around experience through her books. It is a submersive experience with all of the wonderful beloved characters there. Although he's a sly old fellow, I did particularly like Mr. Todd. And of course, Mr. Jeremy Fisher, eating his butterfly sandwich. This has got to be one of my favourite stories. I stopped by to see Mrs. Tittlemouse in the sandy passages of the bank under the hedge. Here, she was cleaning up after Babbity Bumble and Mr. Jackson. Here, in the trees, I saw Squirrel Nutkin playing havoc to Old Brown. And Mrs. Tiggywinkle was busy with a pair of Sally Hennypenny's stockings. Peter is a mischievous rabbit who's always getting into trouble in Mr. McGregor's garden. back to nature and some stunning cosmos flowers. A walk along the estuary beach led me to meet a lady who had rescued a baby lapwing bird. These are considered a rare bird, so to see a baby was truly magnificent. I found a beautiful little cafe in the countryside. Here I was able to enjoy a nice fresh ground coffee and a slice of exquisite pistachio and pear cake. I headed off to explore some castle ruins, stones steeped in history and walls that could talk. I always find that these types of sight draw me into meditation, and as I looked through the castle windows, I could see how nature had begun to take over the castle walls. On its perimeters lay trees with slowberries, a perfect example of our relationship to nature and our ancestral roots. I took a walk out to a cave where the walls reflected beautifully in the water. The colours and textures within these stones make you feel very grounded. One more evening to go and another honesty hut with yummy treats inside. Marmalades, jams, chutneys, cakes, and pops of cans galore. I lit a fire and watched the flames dance. I toasted some marshmallows and reflected upon my wonderful time in the lakes.